welcome to Big Red Journeys. I'm your host, Big Red, and on today's journey, we're back here at the OC Fair for 2025. So excited. We're gonna go around the whole fair, show you obviously delicious foods, some shows, the vendors, and overall have a great time here with some tips and tricks so you can have the best time possible at the OC Fair for 2025. So if you care to follow me on this journey, let's go. And so we are here at the OC Fair for 2025. Love this fair. I've only been here twice before. Last year was the first time I did it for the channel, so this will be the second year. We're going to do a full tour of the whole thing, check it all out. Of course, try some delicious fair foods, check out the shows, have a good old time here. So yeah, we're going to start off here at the green gate. This is one of the 4 entrances. The blue gate, the orange gate, and the yellow gate are the other. The blue gate is the main one. It's kind of on the south side of the fair. This is kind of like the west side of the fair. Anyways, we're at the green gate. We parked obviously in the green gate area, and this is the area that's going to be closest to where the Pacific Amphitheater, which is right over that way, for the concerts that happen, the main headliner concerts. But we'll start off over here, and we're going to pretty much do like a little bit of a kind of like a circle-ish tour, if you would say. We'll start off here because they do have a stroller and wheelchair and wagon rentals that they have here for you. Those are the prices for the dailies. Obviously, we're going to have some people like T-Mobile doing some things here. Some of the local charity groups happening here. Oh, it looks like this is where you can pick up a train ride for $5, and there's a Happy Train over there. Continue on, and I do see information stand, which we will do here in a second. But you can see that is the Pacific Amphitheater, and that's where the main headliner concerts are going to be during the run of the fair. And then not only just for the fair, but during the rest of the time of the year, this also is a concert for actually some pretty big names that come to this arena. Looking at the information board here, this gives you a good lay overview of the map of the fair. There is 7 main zones to really go over. We started over at the green lot over here. So that leads into the family fairway area. That's going to have the kid land and the little lower energetic rides, mainly for the littlest of fair goers. The larger section is going to be over here on the carnival side. And that's where you're going to have the hangar, another concert venue area as well too. The main pavilions where a lot of the main retail vendors are going to be in the center. You go over to the livestock area. That's where they're going to obviously have, as the name entails, the livestock, right? The FFA, the 4-H club, all of them are raising their animals on this side over there. The sports arena, as well as over here in this side of the map. And that's where they're going to have the things like the monster truck shows, the beer garden festival, and some other cool venues, cool acts here. The carnival is going to take over this section over here of the fair. That's going to be the larger rides, the more energetic rides, the big ticket attractions. Going down below, now we're going to go into the main center of the fair. You have the blue gate. That is the real traditional, that's the main entrance per se. That has the large OC Fair logo in the front for photo ops, and the fair square leads you right into Centennial Farm, which is a working farm over a couple acres. It's open all year round, but obviously there's going to be some farm animals there. There's going to be milking demonstrations and so forth, and that's always fun to see. Leads you back into the Plaza Pacifica, which has a Pacific Amphitheater and some more, and as well as the Hall of Heroes right over here, the museum that talks about the Santa Ana Air Force Base that was here, or Army Air Base, I should say, excuse me, that happened during the years of World War II. And that's pretty much about it. So we're pretty much going to do a complete circle tour of everything here. Check out some foods, check out some shows, and have a great old time. As with all things at any fair you go to, one of the main big attractions is going to be food. And of course the OC Fair has plenty of that. We got some agua frescas over here, some pan dulce, freeze-dried candy going on. We have some vendors over here selling their wares as well too. We got henna being done. And of course I see the ever famous sky ride happening right over there. I've actually bought stuff here before. Game Room City, they have things like all various types of beer tap handles. I mean, look at all these things. Firestone, Stone, IPA, Shock Top, Watermelon Weed, Asylum. Lots of good beers here. We come to our first little T in the road. Again, that's going to go into the Kidland area. They do have some pretty good rides. I mean, they got a pretty large Ferris wheel, but the majority of the rides are going to be a little more tamer for some of the younger audiences. Over there, I can see the All-Alaskan Pig Races. We'll definitely be checking that out a little bit later. Always a staple of a lot of different fairs. We got the Graviton Spinmatic ride that's going on. Oh, one of my favorites, as always. Tasty chips. Always have to have this at every fair I go to. So we decided to stop here at Tasty Chips. One, because it's one of my favorite food items of all of the fair stuff. But because particularly this blue sign that you see right there for me, we're going to be talking about $5 Taste of the Fair. So every day of the fair, I believe last check, there's like 100 different of the food vendors here are going to have an item in which is $5. Usually it's like a half portion, a sampler version, and it's usually just one particular item. It could be like a tasty chip, it could be one skewer or something, one rib. But what I love about this one is that you get it's literally a taster of all these different food vendors for $5. So, I mean, realistically speaking, you get 10 samplers, $50, right? You could probably only get like 3 to maybe 4 full-size items from different vendors here and for the same price. But with the $5 sampler, you get to try a little bit here, a little bit of there, what you do or don't like. If you didn't like it, hey, it was only $5, right? But if you love it, then you get the full-size version next time around. So we're gonna actually stop here at Tasty Chips to get the $5. They have what is called the tater keg, which apparently is like a big old tater tot with bacon and green onions. So I was hoping for chips, but I think I'll like it anyway. So here is what we got here, the large tater tot. Like I said, this is the $5 version, so for $5, I'm perfectly fine with it. A full size was a $12.76, and I'm going to assume you get like 4 or 5 is what my guess would be, right? Again, these are essentially large tater tots with egg with a green onion and bacon inside. So let's give it a try. There's actually some cheese in there too. Very good, very good. I like that. Could be a little bit larger, but then again, for $5, what do you expect, right? Very good. I'd rather have my Tasty Chips, but these are good 4 out of 5. Of course, you have delicious ice creams here, soft serves. Chicken Charlie is here as well. He does have a particular food item that I need to try a little bit later, and that is the fried pinto bean ice cream cone. Yes, yes, I know it sounds absolutely amazing, but Chicken Charlie is a staple of any fair. He, of course, is here. While you are here, take a look for the big question mark booth right over there, information booth, for a couple things. One is, gotta collect your OC Fair button. Find your happy, that is the theme for this year's OC Fair. So we'll put that on with pride. But also, here at the information booth, they'll be able to answer any questions you may have, as well as you pick up the $5 Taste of the Fair booklet, which has all the different options that are being offered for $5 Taste of the Fair. There's also a map of where those items are in particular. So this gives you a really good guide. So you can kind of we'll go over and really kind of select and choose what we're going to be getting for the $5 Taste of the Fair. The $5 Taste of the Fair, again, it does happen daily, but only until 4 o'clock. After 4 o'clock, the food goes back to regular prices, and this is no longer an option. You can also pick yourself up a actual physical map that we showed earlier, but what's nice is that it does have show times for the performances that are happening. There are some daily performance shows that happen, such as like a magic show with Frank Thurston, the Alaskan pig races, things of that nature always happen every day of the fair. But of course there will be some specialty shows that happen, specialty guests, headliners, things of that nature, and that will be happening on select dates as we go through the fair. Down this area over here, you can actually see the beginning of the pavilions, the shopping pavilions. We'll be checking that out a little bit later. That is pretty much open until about an hour before the fair closes, which today is 11 o'clock. So we'll definitely have to check it out at least before 10 o'clock before they all close. The food vendors, of course, are pretty much open from sun up to sundown when it comes to the fair. Always enjoy a good elote. They got loaded cups of corn right there. Hot Cheetos, tostilotes. The $5 that they have there is some tater tots with chili cheese. Chicken Charlie has $5 fried avocado pieces, 3 of them. I do appreciate this here at this fair. They have these strong misters, and you can actually get cooled down. I actually feel much cooler just walking by. You got things like Noel's Mexican food. Looks like theirs is a half order of the Nachos Deluxe. My friends over at the Snack Shack, always good for some sweets. Cotton candy, kettle corn, deep fried Snickers, Gansitos. Their $5 item is going to be a half bag of kettle corn or flavored popcorn. But I also noticed this right here. I'm definitely going to be getting this a little bit later. A date apple. That just sounds absolutely amazing, but that's something for tonight, I think. There's the Alaska pig races happening at this moment. There's a show going on. According to the sign, I see 12:30, 2 o'clock, 3:35, 6:30, and 8 o'clock. So right now it's almost 1 o'clock, so we missed the 12:30. We'll catch either the 2 or the 3:30 probably. This seems to be an OC staple here because they have this at the Anaheim Angel Stadium. Kathy's Cookies. Is it up to the hype? I don't know. I do know that they have a cookie cone for 4 to 5 cookies per cone for their $5 sampler. Normally you get them, you know, the cookies in the bucket right over here at Angel Stadium, and there's always a wait for them. But maybe we'll get one and see if the hype really is what it's supposed to be. All right, so I broke down and got the $5 cup. Looks like I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and a half, I think, cookies are in there. So I want to try one real quick here. Yeah, they're good. They're a little warm, not too warm, and just the right amount of soft with a little crunch on the outside. You know, gooey middle, crunchy outside, which is nice. If there's no wait, I would definitely get them again. That's for sure. These are, you know, like I said, at Angel Stadium and other places where I've seen big old lines for them. Wouldn't go crazy for them, but for here, no wait, $5 little cup. This is all I need. I don't need a bucket for it. You did pretty good. 4 out of 5. Worth mentioning, there's actually 6 of these chilled water stations throughout the fair, which you really know. I'll put a map of where they're located in the fair. It's nice. Chilled, filtered water, ready for you to fill up your water bottles. Real nice. Since we were walking right by here, so they have ID checks here, and as you can see, it's right next to a Pacifico beer cooler where you can pick up some drinks. Here at the OC Fair, they do wristband checks, right, for your ID. So all you need to do is go to one of the ID checks, prove that you're 21 or older, get the wristband, and then you're pretty much good to go for the rest of the fair, no matter where you go for alcohol. And then, unlike the San Diego Fair, you can actually pretty much take your beer or drink pretty much throughout the whole entirety of the fair. As we're walking by here, the Crafters Village, a couple rows of various vendors, caricature artists as well too. We're going to check that all out a little bit later. We want to really try to maximize the early portion of time to get some food and some of the more time-sensitive things like some of the shows. So now we're going to walk towards the front half of the fair. We have Centennial Farm, which again is an actual working farm, mainly for educational purposes. They do have animals, livestock that are residents here all year long. They also have a farm over on this side, and then if you continue on, you're going to have the Hall of Heroes, which again talks about the history of this being the former Army Air Base. Over at the ranch here in the Centennial Farm, they do have an item called the Bayou Smoked Mac and Cheese for $5. That's their sampler right there. Decent sized cup for $5. I am a little disappointed in the amount of meat that I'm given though, but again, I guess for $5 you can't be too picky, I guess. Not bad. Carolina style barbecue. Even though their brand is kind of like, you know, Texas-y, but that's definitely a vinaigrette barbecue sauce. Onion straws, cheesiness. Could be a little bit more, but for $5, it's a good amount. 4 out of 5. Next door is Pink's Hot Dog. They're doing a turkey dog for $5. Hawaiian Chicken Bowl, they're doing Tiki Bowl, a small size, for their $5 item. Juicy's is doing a half a sausage for $5. You're kind of getting a sense of the theming of what the $5 items are. Like I said, they're either going to be like half-size portions, smaller versions of it, one item, you know, if it comes in like a multiples of 3s. Here is the Country Meadows stage. At this stage, you can hear there's a band. They're playing some pop hits. A lot of local community groups will play at the stages here at the OC Fair. Unlike San Diego Fair, the OC Fair has a lot of more local acts, high school bands, college bands, you know, guys just trying to make a break. So a lot of the headliner bands are usually only dedicated for the amphitheater, Pacific Amphitheater. But the ones in the hangar, they're actually pretty good. They do a lot of like cover and impersonating bands. I know tonight, the night that we're here, there's a Jimmy Buffett cover band that's going to be playing there. Technically, that concert, both the Pacific Amphitheater and the hangar, are paid shows, as well as anything that happens in the sports arena. When you do pay for those, though, you do get admission to the fair included with your admission to the show. The hangar is the one that you can actually, if you time it right and do it right, you can actually watch the concert for free, because what they'll do is at the hangar, they'll close off the hangar for people getting in there after about 8 o'clock or 7:30. But if you hang out in the square right in front of the hangar, you can pretty much see the band from a distance. You just don't get to sit down. The paid guests get to sit down. That's really the only difference. And I'll show you what I mean a little bit later. This is going to be the Blue Gate. For what most people consider the main entrance of the OC Fair. It's just the larger of the gates. The green is like the second largest, and the parking lot is the largest on this side of the fair. But there's parking pretty much encompassing the entirety of the fairgrounds. We're going to step into the Millennium Barn here at the Centennial Farms. I'm gonna pick up some chocolate milk. Hopefully they still got some here. But this is natural, like I said, this is a natural working farm for educational purposes that is open pretty much from what I understand all year round for like school groups and whatnot. But here at the Millennium Barn, it does close at 10 o'clock, Wednesdays, Thursdays, Sundays, Fridays, and Saturdays, 11 o'clock. So again, an hour before the fair closes, whatever day of that week that is. They do have chocolate milk, cash only, available 11 to 7 while supplies last. They have 2 times of milking demonstrations, 2:15 and 4:15. And then container plants competition entries are on display right now at this moment. So if we go in here, we should see some, so we got some folks telling us about planting here. But the most important thing here is probably the best deal of the fair of all is $3 per bottle chocolate milk from Scott Brothers Dairy. So we're going to get ourselves a nice bottle here. If you've watched any of my other fair videos, you know I'm a fiend when it comes to chocolate milk, and this is no exception here. Again, $3 for one of these is really good. They have a few fridges behind me, but once they run out for the day, that's it. And they won't restock until you know, the first day of the fair for the next week, which will be on Wednesday. But they have very limited supply, so this is one of those, if you really want to try, get here earlier than later, because you never know when you come in, they're going to be sold out. But salud. Good chocolate milk, 5 out of 5. Here's the milking parlor. Like I said, there are 2 times when they do the milkings, at 2:15 and 4:15. We'll see if we come back in time to check it out. But yeah, they actually bring out the cows here, show them how they pen them up in these containers. You can see there's the actual milking devices they attach to the udders. Looks like we have a group of young ladies over here spinning some wool, old style-y too. Look at that. As we exit the barn, we go into the farm, and they have some livestock on display for us to check out. Usually there's things from big old bulls and cows and pigs and different things, and sheep. Here we have some oxen on display here, including some of their tools that they have. Here's a yoke that would be used on a pair of oxen, a single yoke. There's a skull of one, bones from a bison, shoulder blade, legs. Oh, that's a big old yoke right there. Old-timey devices, an old-time horse collar. There's barbed wire, an old wagon. All the type of stuff that people would have been using a long time ago. Actually still using it today. Just a modernized version of it. And here we have some oxen here. Haas and Howie are here. 2 big old bulls. Oh, look at this over here. We have 2 cute cows. One of them is little bonding moment right over there. Look at that. How cute. Oh, what is this here?
Okay.
Looks like they have a make and take your own worm bin, so you can start your own compost pile at home. Looks like they go, oh yeah, see, they even give you like the Chinese takeout boxes to go, and they give you some dirt and soil and some earthworms to start your own compost heap. If you are interested in those times, that's the schedule right there. Oh, look at this, walking into a chicken coop. I do see a few roosters in there as well too. Chickens of various shapes, colors, sizes, breeds, of course. We do have a goat over here on this guy. Actually, 2 different goats. And then another ram right over there on that side. And of course, these animals are going to be different than the livestock animals that you're going to see on the other side of the farm. These are the ones that live here on this particular farm all year long, and they're part of the educational outreach here at this farm. The ones that are in the Livestock Pavilion on the other side of the farm, those are the ones that are raised by FFA, 4-H club members, local farmers here, and those are the ones that you're probably going to end up seeing in auction houses. So these ones in particular are called Angora goats. And the baby is right over there getting some scritches on the head. Oh, I'm gonna go right here. Oh yeah, feel that. That is a soft. Wow. And you're such a cutie. Hi. Oh yes, I love you. I love you. Yes, I do. Oh, behind the ear. Oh yeah, right there. Oh, that's the spot. I feel it. I got the spot. I got the spot. Some more goats over here. These ones in particular are called boar goats. And looks like according to the sign over there, their main purpose is for meat. The ones over there on that side, the Angora ones, they use theirs for fabric. That's their main use. These guys, unfortunately, look like they're just going to be processed eventually later, unfortunately. Goats do make great pets, though. If you have the space and the ability to take care of goats, here goats make wonderful pets. And here we have some sheep over here. Looks like this one got recently sheared. Got the two little lambs over there. Looks like they enjoy themselves a good little head scratch as well, too. So here we have Lily. She's enjoying a good little sleep here. Looks like these sows in particular, these are the type that are used for meat purposes. This lady is named Marigold. And these ladies look like they've recently just had a few little piglets, I would say. Fun fact about these guys, their gestation period is 114 days. And look at those cute little guys right there. Oh my goodness, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. From what I counted, oh my goodness. So this little lucky lady over here named Lavender, she just had these piglets born on July 16th, and they're all cuddling up here underneath this heat lamp. So cute, so crazy. Continuing on here with the farm, now we're going to talk more about the vegetable and produce areas here. Again, growing actual real product here. We got a whole bunch of different peppers here. I see lemon drop peppers, Chenzo peppers, Trinidad scorpions, Sergeant peppers. But anyways, you get the point. Whole lot of them in here. Look, even a band called Corn with a C. And some pumpkins here. That one's okay. That one's so-so. That one could be great. Yeah, no great pumpkins here today. Things like eggplant, basil, beans, cilantro, or for some people, soap, Swiss chard, fennel, nasturtium. Oh, look at this. This one actually has some grapes on the vine. Not ready to be picked, obviously, but it's got some grapes. And then over here, the last little bit in this corner is going to be welcome to the Heroes Hall Museum. So inside that building over there, they talk about the various heroes of World War II, as well as Vietnam as well too, because again, remember, the whole area in which the OC Fair complex is built on used to be the old Santa Ana Army Air Base, which was, I believe, it existed from 1942 to 46. So it definitely has a large aviation history here in this area, hence why they have the hangar and why the buildings all look like hangars, right? So in here, there's a museum that talks about some of the local heroes of World War II and Vietnam. They even have a really cool, like an actual plane over there, a Marines jet. We're not going to go too far in depth in here right now. If we got some time, we'll do a little bit later. But it's really cool to check out. And this is open all year round. I believe on certain dates, like on the weekends, I'm not 100% certain. But this is available here. And of course, it is open during the time of the fair. Also, at 6 o'clock, at the flagpoles, which are right behind me over there, they do play taps here. So we're going to see if we can catch it, because I would really like to see live bugle performance of taps. That'd be pretty cool. But we'll try to come back here a little bit later today after we do the other sections of the fair. Also here, they have a few things of the Orange County Beekeepers Association. They got 4 packs of honey sticks for $1.25. They got some beeswax candles that you can actually take. And the cool part about it is this right over here, some actual live bees for you to check out. Let's see, maybe we can find the queen, I'm not sure. Found her, there she is. They actually marked their queen. It's very common practice for them to mark their queens with a little paint right there, so she's got the little blue, as you can see right there. And she's a pretty good size compared to all the others. So she's the boss lady. And you can pick up yourself some honey right over here. I got myself a couple honey sticks. Oh yeah, good stuff. Orange blossom honey. Beautiful tasting honey with a little hint of that orange. Good stuff. A favorite of mine here that I love, the rare fruit growers. They talk about some of the really weird and exotic fruits here. Lucuma, jackfruit, mango, that's a rare fruit, I guess it is. Passion fruit. They got naranjila. Okay. And then sometimes they do have samples as well too for you to try out, considering whatever this is here. And the sample they have is a grape here, nothing too exotic, but apparently this grape won first place in the competition that they had. It's a good grape. And here is where they have all the produce contest entries. They have things like, oh my goodness, look at this. Big old zucchinis. Jeez. Got pretty good sized pumpkins. What the heck is this? A big old onion? Wow, won best of class and first place. They got some most unusual citrus, no foliage. Here we have some of the oddly shaped fruits and veggies. Look at this. Oh, this is cool. It's in the shape of a question mark. From the largest to the smallest, look at these little guys, little cucumbers. Look at that compared to the size of a finger. And they do have, if you are interested, some actual produce that was grown here at Centennial Farms. I see some hot peppers, lemon peppers, squashes, bitter melons, bell peppers, carrots, turnips. Pretty good prices too, 2 for 1 on the eggplants. The last building over here is the silo building. In here you're gonna find usually like floral arrangements. We're gonna go inside and check her out. It's also nice because it's AC in here, so if you need a little bit of a reprieve from the heat. We'll have, but it smells wonderful in here as well too. Got various flowers, roses. Seriously, it smells wonderful in here, very beautifully. And of course, this is the type of thing where the sooner you come into the building, the better, because towards the end of the fair, a lot of these flowers are gonna be wilted and died off. They actually do remove them towards the end, and they look terrible. As well as the entrance for the honey competitions. This one won division winner, best of class first, youth honey, 9th through 17th, citrus for Jose Amezcua Jr. Congratulations to you. Oh, this guy knows his stuff when it comes to honey. Look at that, he won it again. Ah, and some wax products as well too. Candles and balms and deodorants. Cool. Because I was reminded as we're walking, leaving the farm area, big tip as always, wear comfortable shoes, especially if you do plan to visit either of the livestock areas, the farm or the livestock, because it is built on dirt, as you can see here. So you definitely don't want to wear your fancy shoes, wear your comfortable sneakers. I'm wearing one of my trusty, dependable Brooks shoes that I'm a fan of. So I'm not worried about getting them dirty or stepping in the occasional accidental poop. Got some pony rides happening over here in the front section. These are the ones where, you know, just a little list of riders can ride them. And the ponies do get a break in between, including a little salt lick and some water if they want. Hey, buddy. Smile for the camera. Toyota is here with some of their vehicles. They usually always are good for a little spin and win as well too for some product. Fair, wear, and more. There's always some branded fair merchandise every year. So let's see what we got here. Here for the corn dogs. Got a less crew neck sweater. Sunrise, sunburn, sunset, repeat. Tank top with some cotton candy. Orange, you glad it's fair time, OC Fair. Come for the ride, stay for the lemonade. A hoodie with the state of California and a bunch of fair stuff around it. This hoodie, which is pretty cool pullover, got a VW van 2025 OC Fair logo. Various tote bags in different colors, black, green, pink. Bruh, where is my turkey leg? Got California State shirt, well, the big old Ferris wheel, a sunset beachy scene. As we pass by the Blue Gate area, we got the OC Fair sign, the big old letters in the front. That's also one of the areas where you can meet the OC foodies, which are the food mascots here. There's like a cotton candy, a strawberry, an orange. We met them before last year. We'll see if we meet them again this year. We'll stop right here in the middle because this is the main plaza strip area. This pretty much divides the fair in half. So as you can see, past the big old Chicken Charlie's over there is the big old hangar, which is the stage show area. All the concerts are free on the hangar from now until the headliner show of the hangar, which is usually like around 7, 8 o'clock. So we'll check that out a little bit later. But on both sides of the aisleway, that's going to have pavilions with vendors. The exhibit hall as well is there too. But again, this is the main strip that really cuts the fair in half. Pretty much no matter which way you go, there's always going to be some food vendors at the fair wherever you go. That gentleman's got the big old cone of fries, curly fries passing by. They got the La Cantina, which has a lot of Mexican beers, tequila, margaritas, also some norteño and banda music bands will play over here. And then we're gonna head into the carnival area of the park, which pretty much takes over the whole right side of the fairgrounds area. And these are gonna have a little bit more of the more energetic rides, right? The ones that are meant for a little bit larger kids. But before we go on, let's talk about tickets. So there are the current prices for tickets. As you can see, 4 tickets is $5, 16 tickets is $20, and 40 tickets is $50. You can also get the additional fast pass for $30, which gets you front of the line privileges on certain rides. When it comes to the carnival rides, for the most part, I do see that the ticket prices for each ride I saw as small as about 3 tickets per ride, which is for some of the really kiddie rides, to as much as 14 for that's Titan. That's the big granddaddy ride that really knocks you around. So you can do the math there of how much it's going to cost you per ride. There is some ways for you to get a best bang for your buck when it comes to rides if you are a ride person. First and foremost, they do have Carnival Ride wristbands, which is $49 if you buy it ahead of time before July 17th. $49, or it's going to be $54 on site after July 23rd. Now, the wristband gives you, first of all, it gives you 2 free games to be used. You know, one of the carnival game rides to potentially win a prize. And then it gives you unlimited rides from 11 to 8 p.m. But the only caveat is that it's only able to be used on Wednesdays and Thursdays. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, unfortunately, you have to pay full price for your tickets. The wristband doesn't come into play on the weekend. So again, it's a pretty good deal to get the rides, but you have to come here on a Wednesday and a Thursday. But if you do have any kids between the ages of 5 and 11, there is the Kids Read and Ride program. So if they do ride, if they sign up, there's a form on the fair website, and if you read 3 books and fill out the form, children get, again, between 5 and 11, get 2 free rides in the Kiddieland area. So that's a few bucks saved right there, right? And of course, it encourages education and reading. We got carnival games like the bank-a-ball, spin, try to land in the basket. You got the ring toss over the Coke bottles. You got ice jet, one of those little spinny ones. A little mini coaster that's about to go down right now. You got the little surf shacks, like the little fun houses. Skee ball. Skee ball, 6 balls is 5 tickets. So again, do the math on how much that costs you for one play. They got the basketball pop shot games, the water pistol games, the racing games. We got the popping balloon games right over there where you throw the beanbag and try to pop some balloons. And then this leads us into the Orange Gate. The Orange Gate is another one of the main entrances over here, but this leads right into, obviously, the carnival game ride. And that is Titan. That's the big whammy jammy ride that costs 14 tickets a ride. There we go. So there's a sign right over there. It talks about La Grande Excel. So it's quite possibly the largest traveling observation wheel in the Western Hemisphere. It's considered the Mercedes observation wheels, designed in Europe. It's transported on 22 semi-trailers. It requires 10 technicians and an 80-ton crane to erect it. Wow. And it takes approximately about 10 days to install. But now that we walked through the carnival, here's a map that we can kind of update where we're at right now. We started off our day at the Green Gate, went through the Fairway, down through Centennial Way, through Plaza Pacifica, Centennial Farm, through the Fair Square, through the carnival, and now we are pretty much right over here on this side in the livestock area. After the livestock area, we'll go through the main mall one more time, check out some of the exhibits, and then we'll do, you know, a few more things throughout the night. But over here on this side is going to be the Yellow Gate entrance. We do have the petting farm over here. We got some caricatures happening. The Laura Keats encounter, as well as Giant Snakes educational exhibit. $6 admission, cash is $5, no refunds. Walking here towards the Yellow Gate, we do have some more caricatures happening over there for some fun portraits. The Great American Petting Farm is here too. It is free to come inside and visit with the animals, but you do, if you want, you can buy some feed as well. Feed is $5 for 1, 2 for 8. And then that is the Yellow Gate right over there. Oh, we do have the helpful Honda dealers here. They do have the scan to enter to win. Looks like they got some prizes here that you could potentially win. Go inside the petting farm here and see what lovely creatures we have here. Oh, we got some goats and some sheep. One of my favorites, this big old pot-belly boy right here. Oh, how you doing, buddy? Got this donkey over here having a good old time. Some sheep here. Now, a lot of them won't come up to you unless you actually have food in your hand. A lot of times they'll look and they'll be like, yeah, you got nothing, like that guy right there. He's like, yeah, whatever. We'll say hello to the wallaby that's over here. Yeah, you're not being nice. You're not being nice.
If you're both mutually head buddies, that's fine. If you're into somebody's side, that's not nice.
Be nice. Be nice. Over here. Be nice. Be nice. Well, next up, we're going to continue with our love of animals. And we're going to go check out the Livestock Pavilion. There's really two things here well, three technically. We got the one large Livestock Pavilion over there to our right-hand side, the tent as you can see there. We have this area right over here, which has the open arena. They usually have like showcases, shows, sometimes like races or anything in there too. I've even seen llama agility happening over there. But we're gonna go check this out over there. And then there is one more pavilion as well on that side. You can see the white tent. Here we go. You'll see the Livestock Pavilion definitely smaller with regards to that of San Diego. Got various goats over here. Now most of these, if not all of them, are going to be animals that are raised by FFA and 4-H members, local livestock farmers. So a lot of these animals are going to be raised for fabric, meat, milk, from actual people who know how to raise and take care of these animals. Oh, this one really loves the scratches, don't you? Oh. And look at over here, besides goats, we have camelids, we got alpacas and llamas. Hey buddy, wanna come this way? Llama. Llama llama ding dong. I say camelids because yes, alpacas and llamas come from the same family as camels. Hence they're camelids. There's a mommy goat with her kid. Look at these guys. These are the ones that I want to have as a pet. Look at these guys. So cute. And if you get the right breed, they honestly don't get much bigger than like a medium-sized dog. They really don't. And they can be house trained. I do know that. They can be house trained. You're still probably gonna have some accidents in the house. But then again, what dog or cat doesn't do a few accidents in the house every so often, right? Heck, even some humans do accidents in the house.
You having fun? You're allowed to eat?
I just love the way his face looks. Look at that.
Grill.
We will leave this arena area over here. There's like pretty much there's nothing gonna be happening. But over here, they do have any like the judging, the bring out the animals here. Like I said, we've even seen llama agility. It was honestly some of the funnest I've ever seen. These llamas, of course, first of all, they are ornery, stubborn animals, and they do what they want when they want. And trying to make them do these little obstacle course thingies, no. You have a better chance of making a cat swim in water. But it's pretty hilarious. So if you ever get a chance to see one of those things here, like the judging or the animal agilities or whatnot, definitely worth seeing. It's pretty fun. As we continue on walking down, here is the other side of the sky ride. So you can see, like I said, it pretty much goes from one left side to the right side of the fair. They do have the Western Saloon and Whiskey Bar, which does serve country-inspired drinks, a lot of whiskey, beer. Over here, they have another one of those little pony rides for the little guys.
Ahoy, Frank!
Ahoy there, sir! Yeah, it was Gordon Fisherman right there. But they got the pony ride right over here. They got the Action Sports Arena. Now this is where you're going to be able to see things like monster trucks. This past weekend, they had the Brew Hee Haw, which was like a craft brewery beer tasting going on over here. They'll have, I know there's a hypnotist happening over here too. They got demolition derby, things, type of events. And again, this is, to see the shows that happen here in this arena is a specialty ticket. The ticket for this one does include admission to the fair. So, and then the ticket prices for winners are averaging about like $25 to $45, depending on the event that's happening here. But again, admission is included in the fair when you buy a ticket for the sports arena show or the day of whatever show that you bought it for. Talking about the Baja Bar and Grill, this is an established restaurant here on the fair complex grounds. They do have food, drinks as well there too, and they do have live performance music. Usually I think there's a band inside playing, and it's live bands that perform every day. So yeah, it's a great place, air conditioned on the inside, seats and tables here. They do have a feed 4 for 40 special, as you can see here. 4 cheeseburgers, either 4 hot dogs, 4 tri-tip sandwiches, 4 chicken tenders, or a sampler, 1 each item, 4 drinks, and looks like 4 orders of fries here. $40, that's a good fair deal. Wanted to stop because it's getting close. We only got about an hour and a half left of the $5 tasters. So here at Wahlburgers, we already had some tots, but this one sounded interesting. They have spicy cheese tots, so it's like a spicy queso, but they put bacon, and look at this. All that for $5. That's a pretty good deal for $5 in my opinion. It smells good, so let's try it out. Spice level, very low. It's kind of like a Tabasco-y cayenne heatness to it. Very low on the heat index. It's there, small kick. 1.5, maybe a 2 of your very low tolerance to spice. But tater tots are fine. Bacon is nice and crispy. And all this for $5, I'm happy. That's a 4.5 out of 5. So we went to Backyard Barbecue because they had a pulled pork slider and a little thing of fries. Nothing too much, again, these are just templars. You get 1 slider. Looks pretty good. Fries look pretty good, nice and warm, so let's give her a try. Very saucy barbecue sauce, very good. But again, Carolina-based, vinegary style. Pretty good. Fries are fries. Good out. I think again for $5 you can't complain too much. So I'm gonna give the slider a 4 out of 5. Not bad. Oh, this is a pretty good deal here. $5 at Texas Donuts. They got $5 Texas Donuts as well as frozen banana or ice cream cones. We got a frozen banana, but apparently you can choose any of the dippings: butterscotch, caramel, birthday cake, cherry. But then it's the toppings themselves would be $1 each if you want it. If you want just a dipped in chocolate or whatever flavoring, $5. That's a pretty good deal. There's a full-size banana. We got just a basic standard chocolate. It's a full-size frozen banana. It's like the instant shell, you know, the dip it, cools in about 30 seconds type of thing, chocolate. Frozen banana, can't beat it. It's plain and simple, 5 out of 5. I love it. In front of Texas Style Barbecue, one last one. We got time for probably about 1 or 2 more of the $5 tasters. Got the what's called the barbecue sundae, so it's pulled pork, barbecue sauce, and it's not ice cream, but it's a little thing of mashed potatoes. This is the $5 sampler one. Pretty small, but at least there's a good amount of meat. It's actually more meat than the mac and cheese we got earlier, that's for sure. Even the cup was larger. The full-size Sunday cup was only like $12, so not bad. Barbecue and mashed potatoes, can't complain too bad. Could be a little bit better, but honestly, the pork's a little dry, so 3.5 out of 5. One more $5 food item here in front of Chicken Charlie. We got the 3 avocado slices for $5. Deep fried avocado, and that's a pretty good size right there. I mean, avocados alone are pretty pricey. So to give us pretty much almost a full avocado for $5, deep fried, pretty good deal. Got the healthy fats from avocado, deep fried, crispy. Works very well. Wow. Yeah, that's good. 4.5 out of 5. It needs like a ranch or something, like a ranch or a spicy chili. I'd be real happy.
Sharp boiled corn.
Okay, so what we're about to do is we're going to walk into the exhibit hall, the OC Promenade. So the first portion is going to be Sand and Sea. This is going to be a little bit more talking about OC, Orange County, the history, of course, its connection to sand and sea, obviously. I do know there's some cool interactive exhibits in here as well, too. And then also on the other side of the main promenade and to the left and to the right, we'll have things like the handcrafts and fiber arts competition, table settings competition. We're going to have the collections, the fine arts, photography, woodworking, and all that good stuff. But like I said, to start off with, let's go into the Sand and Sea. And what's cool about this one is that I do know that this one has a touch pool that you can participate with. Got a cool whale over here, some gray whales. And this is a very fun interactive area for littlest ones. Little play area for them to sit and spin and some building blocks. We got history of surfing here. Of course, you can't think of Orange County without thinking of surfing. And here is the line for the touch tank. Important thing to know here when it comes to the live touch tank, it's only available from noon to 6:30. So if this is something that you really need to do, make sure you do it between those hours. Oh, look at this. We got lots of cool creatures here. I see some chocolate chip sea stars. Oh, there's a horseshoe crab right over there. That is really cool. Got some shells here. Anybody inside of them? Nope, nobody inside of them. We do have a stingray right over here. Hey, buddy. Berries, of course, we can do scientific touch, 2 fingers, and feel these guys. There's the chocolate chip sea stars. You can see why they got the name chocolate chip sea stars, because of the little dark spots on the top that look like little things of chocolate chips. Right here. There's the stingray coming in for a swim. He's obviously been debarred, so he wouldn't get you. And so that's the Cortez stingray, right there. He's been agitated a little bit. He doesn't want to talk too much. Got a snail right over there. Various little hermit crabs as well in there as well too. Got a brittle sea star right over here. You can see how he looks. Their sea stars are very different because they got their shell right over here, their body, and then they have the very long arms that stretch out. Oh, there's that stingray one more time. There's the horseshoe crab. We'll say hi to him here in a second. Horseshoe crab.
Touch it. No. Go touch it.
Funny thing, one of their closest relatives, scorpions.
Okay.
And another fun fact about them is that their blood is blue, and their blood is actually used for medicinal purposes in testing for anticoagulants and other heart medications. So they actually play a very scientific purpose, and they're as old as the age of the dinosaurs.
Cool.
You want to touch the...
Oh, and there's the bamboo shark. So this one right here, he's definitely got a little bit of a different coloration of a bamboo shark. This is just a pup. Baby sharks are called pups when they're born. There's a sea brittle star that we see here. The chocolate chip. Oh, he's coming in. Hi, buddy. And of course, they do have a skin.
Touch it. Touch the water.
Tentacles that feel like kind of like razor blades in a way, but if you and sandpaper. But if you go from front to back, it feels soft. But if you were to go the opposite way, it would feel like sandpaper against your skin, like a cat when they lick you. And then we do have an exploration table over here with some various shells of various sizes, conches. So you got some sea sponges, turban snails, clams, mussels, some fancy ones. This area they also have some of the food that from the entrance of the food contest. Here we got obviously people who entered in for the desserts like the chocolate chips and the cookies. We got some more cookies. Ooh, some ginger, some snickerdoodles. Ooh, some of these look really delicious. Wow. Oh, this one won first place for the youth competition in snickerdoodles. Also on this stage here, we're gonna have one. They're having looks like a little cooking show at the moment. Looks like they're prepping some sort of cookie there for us. And there's various seminars throughout the day. Also, I believe at 2, 4, and 6 p.m. there is the magic of Frank Thurston is going to be here. And we might be here in time to watch him at 6 o'clock. If we are, great. Well, look at this. We got some wonderful looking cakes there. Some sort of haunted mansion. Oh, Harry Potter inspired cake. This one won first in the division winner. Oh, this one actually would have been my choice. Look at this. Got Queen, Live Aid, Freddie Mercury. Oh, that's pretty cool. A cake with a sand castle. Obviously, it's like brown sugar to look like sand. That's pretty cool. I like that. Oh, they're like sardine cans. That's kind of cool. Ah, La Boo-Boos. Over here on the other side, they do have some more things. Arts and crafts. Looks like they have some coloring pages and some word searches for you. All beach and marine inspired. Cool, cool. What we have here as well too. See how many hermit crabs you can see under the moonlight. Got, ooh, some cool collection of seashells. Ooh, horseshoe crab. Sand dollars. And then we have some more cool specific marine items. Ooh, got some guys that are in plexiglass as well too. Look at that, some shrimp and fish. Got a cuttlefish in there. Look at that, a cuttlefish.
Orange and green. Yeah, there you go. Right for you.
Oh, and then we have some more craft stations over here, all sponsored by Cane's. No chicken fingers here though, unfortunately. Looks like we got some color. Oh, look at this. Got a cutout of a dolphin with some googly eyes. Looks like we can color and decorate the dolphin and take it home. Or if we could even make our own little friendship bracelet. They give you a cup here with some cool beads, and they got some color beads here and some color sea stars. Make yourself a cool friendship bracelet. Orange County Coastkeeper has this VR headset up over there where you can put the goggles on and pretend like you're scuba diving under the water. That's pretty cool. I like that. There's a little bit of a line there, so I don't know if we'll have a chance to check it out, but that's pretty nifty. And I spent some time making myself a little friendship bracelet, but I pretty much use all the brown and gold beads. It's pretty cool. There's actually a sea lion and a whale and some other cool little sea creatures on there, and of course all the yellow and browns, closest I can get for some Padre colors. Pretty cool. And I'll wear it on my wrist. That's my cool little souvenir. Cool looking surfboards here, made with like that epoxy and resin colors. So it looks like water. That's really nice. There you go. That's a carrot ring right there. I love it. This gentleman here makes some wonderful fruit art. Look at this. Dicing up some melons. So cool. Put a little light underneath there and boom, got yourself a nice little night light. Ahoy there.
How are you?
Good, sir. How are you today?
Well, I'm doing great here inside the Sand and Sea exhibit at the Orange County Fair.
Wonderful.
Now, I've sailed many a seas in the local area. Now, before this, I was the captain of a little Duffy boat over there in Dana Point. Now, I was up until I ran it aground over there off the coast of Crystal Cove. Apparently, those boats are not meant to go out into wakes.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, when they say no wakes, they mean literally...
No wakes.
Right! I didn't know. Yeah. Unfortunately, it was all preschoolers. They survived.
Good.
Yeah, I've never seen children learn to swim so fast before.
That's a good thing.
It was. It's why I had to take this job. My insurance is very high. Eventually, I'll get back on the water, though.
Worst comes to worst, you can always second as a fish salesman for fish sticks.
Oh, I like. You know what?
Yeah.
Maybe I could also get a job as a hockey mascot.
I like that idea.
Here I come, New York.
One of the cool things here in this portion is that there is this fun little sand play area for the littlest ones, but there is like a little bit of like a scavenger hunt thing going on, and you check in first here with the lovely mermaid over here. Mara Vista, how are you?
I'm doing great. And yourself?
Not too bad, not too bad.
That's great.
So I heard there's a little fun like little scavenger hunt type of thing going on, right? Tell me about it.
So basically, you have to fill out each letter. It's from 1 through 10.
Okay.
And then at the end, you have to do a secret code.
Secret code,
And
okay.
then you unlock the treasure.
Unlock the treasure, Triton's treasure.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay, we'll get started here.
All
But
right.
before we do, I have a joke for you.
All right, let's
Okay, why is it that you can never share food with a crab?
Why?
Because they're shellfish.
That was good.
Okay, thank you. I'm going to swim away on that one.
All right.
Bye-bye now. So we picked up our card here. It says cruise down to unlock the treasure box. The first clue is a location. The second clue is a 3-digit code. So we're going to go over here to number 1. And we'll be looking for, let's see here. Oh, there it is. So it looks like that's our letter here is L. So for number 1, we're going to put L. To the water tower house. And the letter over here is I. But I'm not going to show you all of them because that defeats the whole fun of it. But you go through them all, and again, these are all pretty much landmarks that have to do with Orange County and the surrounding area. So you learn a little bit more about these certain locales. And again, fill it out and get a cool price at the end.
Good job.
Okay, thank you.
ready to claim your
I am ready. We claimed it up. Triton's treasure. Oh, we got some fun stuff today. Looks like we got some foam beach balls, keychains, surfboard keychain, lifeguard. All the magic telling fish. Those are always fun to keep. Slap bracelet. Ooh, there is some fun stuff in here. Really nice. Well, you know what? I'm either going to do...
One eternity later.
And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take myself this cool looking sunset beach keychains. We're going to go walk our way over to the Heroes Hall because we want to go check out the taps play. But in the meantime, we're walking through the other side of the open air pavilion. This is going to have a lot more of the retail. We got the flag poles over here. We got some sports items in play. We got, of course, gazebos, patios, and barbecues. The jewelry. We got the Hawaiian prints. We got the leis and the dresses. We got make your own belt, forever in style and fashion. We got massages if you need a massage. We got this guy that apparently really loves beer. Always good for a massage. Now, fun fact about it, well, I should say a little tip, is that if you're respectful to them, they will let you try out one of these machines for like about 5 to 10 minutes. But do be respectful about it because they obviously are trying to make a sale and make some money, a living out of it. So if you do get a massage, please be respectful. There's some 3D printed Maleficent here and other guys, Chip and Dale and Stitch. Pretty cool for Disney fans, which obviously would be a lot of them here in Orange County. Phone cases and phone grips. Some cool swinging chairs. And the ultimate hose nozzle. Got some 3D printed items here, including a Java the Mexicano. Got a sombrero right there. And this is a good thing. So this is what is called the brag bag. I want to showcase this. This is the only fair that I've seen, and I could be completely wrong in saying that sells these bags here for people who win like the big stuffed animals. I don't know what they cost. I'm assuming they obviously cost something because nothing's free at a fair. But it's pretty cool for so people that can carry their winnings. Got some Turkish lights here, some stickers. Super cool stickers. We got jackets, things like ponchos and zarapes and everything. Hip Clip, the Fanny's Pet cooler cousin. Gotta love a name like that. Ball caps and aprons, some more designs. Diploma artworks. These are the guys that have the frame for your diploma with your colleges drawn in there. I have one for my school, San Diego State. And then that leads over here with some wraps. And somebody who's selling some cool like automobile inspired t-shirts. There's also the area of the courtyard. So here is where they actually do serve wine by the bottle or the glass. And they do have wine tasting seminars that happen. And usually there's a featured wine or a couple featured wineries that happen each of the weeks. So you can see it's pretty popular here. They got this particular bar that's serving particular wines over here by the glass. They got a whole bunch of different ones. I don't know a single thing about wine, so I'm not even going to pretend. They got the featured winery over there on the tent back there. There's the tables and some high tops and belly bars. It's popping over here. People really like their wine in OC, I guess. Made it over here to the Heroes Hall. Again, there's the museum. There's two parts of the museum. On the first half is going to be talking about Vietnam. The second half really talks about how this was, again, an Army air base during World War II. And of course, just the military history in general. We'll be going in a little bit later, check it out. And this is open pretty much all year long. Make sure you check the website ahead of time to make sure that it's open if you come and visit. But this isn't necessarily just part of the fair, it's open all the time. But in just a minute, they're actually going to be playing taps here to pay respect, to turn in the colors or retire the colors of the flag, and pay our respect to all those who served and some who gave the ultimate sacrifice in the line of service. fun time now. We are going to be walking down here. I believe there is an Alaskan pig race that's going to be happening here in about 20 minutes. So we're going to go and catch a good seat. Obviously, just like with all the pig races that you see at any fair, such a popular event. Everybody wants to see it. It's so cute. So you definitely want to get there at least 15 to 20 minutes ahead of time for a good spot. This is one of the few fair places in which they actually let people like sit all the way to pretty much like the rail of the pig arena essentially, and they let the kids sit crisscross applesauce on the ground, all that stuff. So my body's too old to be doing crisscross applesauce, so we're gonna get there to try to get a good spot. Just to show you, we are about 5 minutes away from the pig races, and people are still trying to find any spot they can. The grandstands are pretty much booked up solid, but people are doing the crisscross applesauce styling of trying to sit in the front area.
Okay, here we go. First round of racing all the way. Ready on the finish line. I'll count you down. On your marks. Get set, go! Here they come. That was some racing. Let's confirm with our judge here. Who do we have winning that race? Very good, very good. Awesome. Make some noise for number 1, Sophie Smith, taking the win! And he's off like a little orange bird. Come on. Going up. He's going.
We're gonna do some walk around the retailers portion of things here, but this is pretty cool. They got a virtual reality booth in here. This family was enjoying a cool little ride over here in the simulator. They got like a eggshell VR thing here. It looks like they got joysticks, so you could be like a flight simulator. They got one of those punching bag games and some claws. This is pretty cool, not bad. Of course, you have to pick up a carved wood sign here, take home with you. I'm gonna do this before it gets too dark. Got some hats over here. Got some, ooh, ice cream slime. Let's check that out. Sergio's custom belts. What is ice cream slime? What is that? Oh, it's like little techie stuff like the, you know, for kids. Oh, these are always cool. I like this where they take like sea urchins or shells and then they put like succulent plants and grow them upside down. You can actually keep them alive, just spray water on them and they stay pretty well. And you know, they look like you know, jellyfish. Oh, jeez. Oh yeah, we got some. We got some macaws. Premium beef jerky here. I'm always a fan of some good beef jerky. Various beef sticks over here from the Jerky Hut. Habanero, jalapeno, teriyaki. We got things like some teriyaki. Ooh, hot teriyaki. Sweet and spicy, prime rib. Ooh, a sweet garlic. That sounds good. A whiskey barbecue and a cowboy pepper. This artisan, I like this artisan because they bring out those like metal or you know things for the lawn. They got the things like, you know, little windmill style things, beautifully colored. Oh, Yosemite Sam. Got these cool little ants and bugs, a chili pepper playing some music. Here we got caricature entertainment drawing some cool art here. We got, they do different designs. They can do as cool as you want or as funny looking as you want here. And they do some great artwork here. Here's one he's doing right now, this wonderful couple. Looking pretty good there. Tiki wood signs, I love that. If you're looking for a nice little bar scene outside. And here is the butterfly pavilion. For $3 per person, they give you a little cotton swab that's got like some nectar on it. Go inside, and you usually get about 10 minutes or so with the butterflies. It's not bad. I've done it before at the Del Mar Fair. It's always fun. Look, if it's for some strolling entertainment, a strolling DJ dropping the hits. Went through the vendor hall one more time to take a better look because we were kind of in our way in a hurry to go catch our taps. But I went to Sabucana, which is one of the vendors that's over here, and I picked up some cool items I wanted to really share with you because if you are a fan of my channel, you know that I'm a fan of these particular things here. This cool lenticular of the Peanuts. But look at that, it's got Snoopy, but then the character is Charlie Brown, Lucy, Linus, and back and forth. That is really cool. Then I bought another version that has Snoopy with hands, and then he hugs Woodstock, hands open, pug, so cute. We're gonna go into other spot of the OC Fair for the vendor hall. We're gonna go up and down the aisle, showcase some of the highlights here. But it's gonna be a lot of the same vendors that you saw at the San Diego Fair, or just in general, any fair. A lot of vendors here are usually, like, again, like the ads seen on TV, how to make your life easier, chop, you know, knives, cut, things of that nature. But with comparison to the OC Fair, I will say there's a lot more local businesses here, which is nice. Hot sauce vendors, spice vendors, things of that nature. So that's one thing that's really nice that I like about the OC Fair compared to other fairs. Of course, you're gonna have some mattresses here. You got the home remodelers, refitters. Got some wallets, farm fresh to you. There's always a place that sells Flojo sandals, always a place. Got foldable scooters here. Things that are gonna make your skin more beautiful, make your hair softer, whatever the case may be. Lotions of all different types and styles. Bath refitters. The garlic crater with love. Oh, look at this, got video games over here. A Scooby-Doo and Kiss pinball machine. This is all like the old school, like they have the restaurants you have there. Galaga, Donkey Kong, Miss Pac-Man. I know there's a couple games in here that have like multiples, like thousands upon thousands of games in there. Picking up some Croc charms because I always wear my Crocs, and they do have some San Diego charms. I saw them over here. Look at this, look at this. I see it. They got the Smart Fryer, the City Connecting Jersey. I'll pick up one of each of these as well too. Of course, they always have things like food charms, Pop TV. There's a Godzilla, Rick and Morty, horror films. If you're into soccer or football, they got it all here. Ooh, I'll get one of these here. A big pop-up 3D baseball for my Crocs for my games. Oh, well, there it is. I know that sign anywhere. My buddy's Redbeard. Redbeard's not here, but this gentleman makes some great hot sauces. A winner of a couple Scovies, which if you don't know is like the Academy Awards of hot sauces, and he's won them. And just really great. And one thing I love about him is that he makes hot sauces that are like not too hot. Everything has a little bit, it's meant so that you can enjoy it, which is what's really nice. So definitely recommend his stuff. I actually got myself a little sample here of my favorite, which is the garlic jalapeno. Just enough kick, just enough sweetness. Oh, and this goes on anything. Chicken, meat, shrimp. I honestly put this on a lot of different things. It's so good. But they actually had a new flavor that I'm about to try out here. Louisiana green gator sauce. It's a jalapeno with a little Cajun-y, some pineapple. I think this is going to sounds like something that's going to be good like on jerk chicken or something. So I'm going to give this a try right now. Got the green sauce. Ooh. Ooh, that pineapple comes up on you. I like it. Heat level, low. 1.5, 2 out of 10. So just a little kick in there just to wake you up in the morning. But the pineapple juice sweetens it down. And yeah, it's definitely got some good Cajun-y, kind of like African taste to it, which I really think would go well with anything in the Caribbean, like a jerk chicken, something with extra pineapple, fish, tacos, shrimp, good stuff. I'm gonna put some information for them, but this is one of those free promotion, buy their stuff. Obviously cookware, some turquoise jewelry over there. These things are actually pretty cool, the Cyclone adjustable chairs. I don't know what the heck it's about it when it comes to fairs, but people love these bamboo pillows. I see people carry out like 5 of them at a time. I don't know what it is. We have to stop at All About Dips because they are purveyors of some of the best dips in town. All it takes, you grab any of them, 1 cup of sour cream, 1 cup of mayo, keep it overnight for the best flavor. And trust me when I say they are the best dips in town. Make sure to also pick up some nuts and some candies, always for a free sample of butter toffee. I will gladly take a sample of some butter toffee peanut. Oops, one for you. But they got things like Sour Patch candies, gummy slices, saltwater, belts, always good stuff here. It's in the exhibit hall that's right next to the winery. This is one of the entrances over here. But we're gonna go check out the special exhibit for this year, and that is called Rewind, a VHS special. This is an immersive tribute to the VHS area, celebrating the bold with things like movie arts and posters and whatnot. Well, I wasn't expected to be greeted with a big old thing here of Howard Stern in the movie Private Parts, or a cover of some Playboy magazines, but here we are. Like last year, they had it for music, you know, CD, record albums, cover albums for that nature. Here, this is movies now. So, Moulin Rouge, right here behind me. They also have a matching bar here as well too. The Moulin Rouge cocktail bar. Let's see here. Here's some that I've heard about. Okay, of course, Jim Carrey as The Mask. Jumanji, great film. Prince of Egypt. Tank Girl, a cult classic, terrible movie, but of course it became popular in recent years. Oh, here we go. Beethoven. On what? Beethoven's second, the one when he has what's her name, Missy or Sassy? I had two Saint Bernard before in the day, so. And it was during the prime time of Beethoven. We had two Saint Bernard, Bubba and his mom, Sassy. Oh, as good as it gets. Of course, Jack Nicklaus with the Bichon Griffin. Tarzan here. Oh, there we go. Jurassic Park. Oh, what is that film? God, that was from like the... Wasn't that one? Oh, Quest for Camelot. That was like a Don Bluth film, wasn't it? Pretty sure. Pokemon, the first movie. That was actually a good one. We have The Hunchback of Notre Dame. Land Before Time, National Lampoon's Vacation, one of my favorites of all time, Police Academy 2, The Addams Family. You have some artists doing some live painting. This gentleman right here is doing The Bride of Frankenstein with Boris Karloff.
How's it going?
Good, how you doing?
Good.
Good. Looking very nice, I like it. Very nice. Oh, and we're doing a real classic poster of Charlie Chaplin in City Lights. And we're making sure to get everything exact with the level. Got Moon Goat here. They're doing some, it looks like a cafe. They got specialty drinks. I see like matcha lattes, cold foam, cold brews, slushies. Oh, a churro slushie. Coffee slushie with dulce de leche and cinnamon. Okay, I'm gonna get that later. Oh, looks like some live concerts. VHS videos. John Lennon live in New York City. David Bowie, Glass Spider. Of course, the ultimate music video, Jackson's Thriller. The Batman posters, original poster of Batman, the Michael Keaton's of Batman Returns. Then you got the Christian Bale, Dark Knight Rises, Heath Ledger in The Dark Knight, Batman Begins, the George Clooney, Batman and Robin, or was this still when Val Kilmer was here? I forget. My favorite franchise, Star Wars. Got the movie posters, Episode 4, Attack of Clones 2, 3, Revenge of the Sith, Episode 1, Phantom Menace, Episode 5, Empire Strikes Back, 6, Return of the Jedi. Needs to be in order. I don't like, this bothers me that they're not in order.
No?
Talking about a little anatomy of movie posters. Well, anything with John Candy in it is going to be very good. Rest in peace to John Candy. Rest in peace to Patrick Swayze as well too. Got Harrison over here in Indiana Jones Last Crusade. Oh, one of my favorite holiday videos. Chevy Chase in National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Went to Seattle a couple years ago. I was able to sleep just fine. Oh, a classic thriller movie, Silence of the Lambs. Always iconic when you have the Death's Head moth as the main focal point of the posters. A little mock-up of like a non-copyrighted version of a Blockbuster video store here. The classic Disney movies that had the clamshell plastic around it. Let's see what we got here. Remember the days of checking out a VHS and then taking it home and then having to make sure that you rewind it so you don't get penalized. League of Their Own, great film, great film. Pretty Woman, always a classic. Cocoon. Casino, one of my ultimate favorite films, Casino. Very cool. Love seeing all these things. Wedding Singer, Ace Ventura. It's so cool. I really, honestly, I probably look back and I probably have quite a few of these videos in my collection somewhere in my storage. Here we go. Those Disney films I was talking about with the original clamshells. Definitely, any millennial is going to understand what I mean when I say the clamshell cases, right? Opening up some of the fresh plastic and then trying to always get the little insert and then play around with it or damage it up, and just like realize that if you would just stop playing with the dang thing and they'd be worth actually some good money right now. A little 50th anniversary of Bugs Bunny right there. The Sound of Music. 20th Century Fox. Oh, a nice little photo up there for The Wizard of Oz. Fair Lady. Miss Hepburn. One of the greatest movies of all time. Back to the Future. Ghostbusters, Avatar, Pulp Fiction, another great film. Recently celebrating 50th anniversary, Jaws. Blazing Saddles, oh, these are some great films. Anything by Mel Brooks. Anything by Mel Brooks is wonderful. And he's coming back with Spaceballs 2. Young Frankenstein. So we were trying to figure out what these backdrops are. This one is the backdrop from a scene from A Sound of Music, back in the days when they would actually paint large canvases in the back, and obviously the actors would be doing scenes here. There'd be physical props, maybe a building. Obviously this is probably like the backyard garden of something, and they maybe put a fountain in the middle and actors walking and dancing or doing something. That is so cool, but I'm actually a bigger fan of the other poster. There's a hint of what it is. So this large poster is the background from a scene in Logan's Run, which is one of my favorite all-time futuristic movies. And I'm gonna go back and try to see where this scene is in what film, and I'm gonna put that portion of the film in the video right now. This is so cool. I need the greatest movie posters of all time is the question that they did. They did this last year as well too. And yeah, so they have a lot of different boards here of different movie posters, or they actually have different questions you can have. Best comedy movies of all time, the best horror movies of all time, best action movies of all time, the best drama movies of all time, and the one that's currently up there, greatest movie posters of all time. Okay, I'm done. Okay, that's cool. A Saturday night, you can pretend like you're in the disco in the club, and that takes care of the exhibit halls that are behind me, that the VHS one, as well as the vendor halls, which we took care of. So we're gonna go back over to the other side of the main strip here of the fair and go check out the two other exhibit halls that are here, and those are going to be more of like the home and hobby. They have like the quilting and the fabric one. They'll have like the decor of the tableware and all that. Hobbies and handcrafts essentially. So we're gonna go check that out and check this one out. This one I really like, this one, because there's the tableware stuff that I like. But they also have some other collections. I'm always a big fan of people who bring in their collections of items. Whatever the heck Buffy and Jody was, I have no idea what that is. Somebody enjoys Alice in Wonderland. Somebody really likes platform shoes, apparently. Well, somebody's got some old-timey newspapers here. Wow, if these are real ones, which they look like they are, that's really cool. David Jerome won this one, collections of books, magazines, and paper. Wow, wait, Invasion, is this from, wow, look at that. June 6, 1944, when we invaded Europe, or brought our guys back across in the channel on D-Day. Most unusual dog food cans. Wow. From the 40s to the 60s, different food cans for dogs. That's cool. Postage stamps, the souvenir bottles that you get from the fair, old vintage 1970s Tupperware items, various snow globe. Oops, San Diego Zoo with the panda. Old-timey photo cameras. Oh, the old community glass insulators, old-timey ones. This is a really cool exhibit competition because I've never seen anything like this before until last year when we were here for the first time, and seeing it's like, wow, this is a really big deal. Like, there is a lot of them here and they're so cool. A lot of them are themed, beautifully done. Oh, like Pharaoh's, like the old-timey ice cream parlor. That's cool. Oh, Shrek. That's cool. Ooh, gingerbread style. I like it. Okay, when I was a kid, I had these marble sets. I had these. Fans of Sherlock Holmes might appreciate this one. Oh, that's cool. They even put some thumbprints on the napkins with a magnifying glass. This Harry Potter Envision one. I kind of feel like I'm in like a private first-class lounge in like the train. 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. It's like you're aboard the Nautilus. The octopus is the chandelier. You got the sea creature, the kraken out there. I like the color. Yeah, I agree. Best use of color with all the turquoise and the gold. I like that a lot. Little steam. Oh, a continuation of that theme. A little steampunky-esque to it. Obviously, 20,000 Leagues, Jules Verne, right? Some steampunk items here. Oh, look at this. The all-powerful wizard. Okay, this is cool. This is cool. Jurassic Park. Got the raptor fencing, the electric fencing, got a map of the park. Not only that, the napkins are folded into a, let's say raptor, right? But then look, they're actually using the actual plates and flatware from the film where they're eating the Chilean sea bass in the theater. Luau tiki inspired ones here. Traditional tiki. Going out here, this looks like the Tahitian Islands. This one right here, second place for this, because it's got the tiki room birds, got the talking tikis, got Jose right here, got the actual plates with Jose on them. Love it. Oh, the napkins are folded like birds of paradise. Divide theirs into like pretty much like sections here. Here we have some murals made with different pieces of like stone and marble. These are really cool. Some of these are really nice. The hummingbird's really pretty. Oh, that's a pretty cool whale shark. Oh, that surfboard, that's really cool. Oh, some people that knitted things here. Crocheted items, knitted items, sewn items. Ooh, a stringing master. Oh, these are for youth. Very good job for youth. Wow. Very talented, very talented. Crocheted hats and beanies of all different shapes and sizes and colors. Yeah, seriously, whole lot of different ones here. Wow. Or my Canadian friends will call them toques. Grandma shawls and little things. Oh, ducks. Go ducks. Blankets. Oh, that's cool. Look at that. A quilted stretching portrait. That is really cool. That's nice. Made with 12 pairs of jeans. This long, beautiful jacket. Dresses here. Classic movie monster dress. What's this? Denim corset top and matching pants. Oh wow. It's like a Taylor Swift kind of a outfit or something for figure skating. Some more quilts over here. Oh, this one's a cool one, a baseball one. It's got the all the school Angels, all different teams, A's and Blue Jays as well too. That's cool. I like the baseball diamond field. And then the latter part, or the next part and final one of the cool art exhibit is the visual arts and wood making one. This is also going to include the photographs and the fine arts. And again, galleries close 10 p.m. Wednesday, Thursday, Sunday, 11 p.m. Friday and Saturday. I'm not even going to pretend to speak educatively when it comes to art like this, but I can at least appreciate the subject matter. Insects here, beautiful scenes of like nature combined. Here we go, insects, some bees. That's cute, I love bees. Got some monarch butterflies. Oh, look at these close-ups of a ladybug. Here's some subject matters I can really appreciate. Domestic animal. We got some kitties, we got some dogs. This guy looks very photogenic. Oh, our racing pigs that we saw earlier today. These two dogs having a great time on the beach. This one, oh, this is that surfing dog. Yeah, I forget what his name was. And yeah, he's known for having, him and his owner both have blue mohawk hair like that. Chocolab got 2 tennis balls. This one got a little buoy. And this Osprey got himself a nice fish for dinner. Got some beautiful wood exhibits here. Always good to see like custom furniture, custom guitars and musical instruments. Oh, look at this cute little art studio for a little one. Whiteboard and magnetic, and they can put their crayons in there. That's cute, I like that. Helicopter, a table. We do have some woodworking clubs that are, usually there's always members from various woodworking clubs that showcase some of their talents and art. Answer questions if you're interested in joining. Using the use of pencil and charcoal. We got some cats over here. Got this dog with his tongue out. Beautiful husky. And actually I've been noticing that actually some of them are for sale if you're so interested. They actually have a price. They go to guest services or the volunteers in the front for information if you are interested in any of these art pieces. So right now, Jimmy's Buffett, the cover band for or impersonating band of Jimmy Buffett, rest in peace to him. So as you can see here at the hangar, the doors to the hangar are completely open. You can see the stage. They got live feed on the video screens right over here. So that's why it's like Yeah, you don't get a seat inside the hangar for the concert, but I can watch the whole show just standing right here, and I pretty much get just as good of a view as if I would have paid to sit there, right? So that's the big tip. Is you get a good concert and not even have to pay extra for it. If you really want the seat, go ahead and do it. But just watch the concert from this far out and you have a good time. Wanted to grab another food item before we leave here as we're heading to the end of our night here. Decided to go to Chicken Charlie's because we had to get the food piece, and that is the bean and cheese cone that looks like an ice cream cone. It's the big fair food this year. Apparently it tastes absolutely amazing, so we had to try it. And there it is, the food beast. Pinto beans, cheese, more cheese on an actual waffle cone as if you're eating an ice cream, and there's a little hot sauce on top. When you think about it, it's not that crazy, but when together as like a main meal item, that's when it gets crazy. It's a bean and cheese burrito without the tortilla and then put it in a waffle cone. And the hot sauce they put on is pretty good, but I think it just tastes like a tapatio, so nothing special. It's not bad. So if you like bean and cheese burritos, you'll like this, just in a weird concoction served version, but it's cool. It's a fair prone, right? 4.5 out of 5. Pretty good. Well, I think I had the savory, so I need to go get the sweet. And I think I saved the best dessert for last for tonight. I'm going to try that date apple that they have here at my buddy's at the Snack Shack. Purveyors of some wonderful desserts and snacks. Cotton candy, kettle corn, chips, caramel apple slices. They got the stuff here. Look at this. Okay, so time for that wonderful. There's two different types of date apples. Almonds and toffee here, and the peanut butter and chocolate chip. I figured since we already wasted all the sugars, we might as well go all out. And that's what I got. I got the peanut butter with the chocolate chips. And I'm a fiend for the peanut butter chips. I can't control myself. But look at all that wonderful, the date. They essentially take the apple, wrap it up in the date wrap, and put the chocolates on there. That already looks amazing. We got the sweet of the chips and the, I don't know, what's the word I'm looking for? Not a savory, but it's a good mixture of it. And of course a little sour from the apple. It works very well. Lots of flavors going on. Lots of flavors going on. And I'm going to give it a 4.5 out of 5. It's a good dessert. I really liked it. Next time when we come back, we'll try the toffee one another day. You know what? I think I'm going to get one more dessert before we leave the night here. There's this new place called Tom's Puffs and Pie. They do cream puffs, chocolate eclairs, and whatnot. But somebody recommended the deep fried apple pie a la mode to me, and I think I need to have that. So let's give it a try here, shall we? Well, look at this bad boy right there. 2 scoops of ice cream, a hot deep fried apple pie. You can't get any better than this, to be honest with you. So let's give this a wonderful taste test. I'm looking forward to this. Oh, but my blood sugar is not though. Oh, it is warm. The ice cream is melting already. So let's see. Oh, look at that. Nice, beautiful pie pastry. And it's warm. It's very churro-y, and I like it. Put a little ice cream on there. And that's real apple pie. That's not like 7-Eleven extra sugar. I mean, obviously there's lots of sugar, but this is a real apple pie. There's some love behind this. And it's warm and oh. That's a must-have. Pretty good. Ice cream tastes good. I mean, this is like apple pie, churro, had a baby, and you know, generations of evolution just made this absolutely amazing. 5 out of 5. It's a must-have dessert. It is. The ice cream was a cinnamon churro ice cream, which is why I was getting the whole churro flavor to begin with. And it was amazing. And what we ended up doing is that we actually took some of that ice cream and we got ourselves an iced coffee and made a cinnamon horchata iced coffee, which tastes amazing. It was good, great little hack. But that was amazing. And then the pies that they have are actually made from a pie shop in Minnesota, that they, of all places, and they bring it here, heat it up, put the ice cream on top, and make the most delicious dessert. And with that, I think we're going to call it a night here at the OC County Fair for 2025. Had a great time. Hope you did as well too. If you did, do me a big favor, like the video, subscribe to the channel. If you're new here, you haven't done so already, third, hit the notification bell. And take it one step further, follow me on social media at Big Red Journeys on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram for even more content. So for me to you, thank you, and then I'll see you on the next journey. Bye-bye.